In the annals of history, countless groundbreaking inventions have been intertwined with tragic events befalling their creators. From the ill-fated Titanic ocean liner to experimental and modern aircraft, each bears the mark of innovation, yet tragically, their inventors met untimely ends associated with their creations. Join us as we delve into the poignant lives of inventors who tragically perished as a result of their revolutionary creations. Number 10. The ill-fated experiment of Franz Reichelt. Franz Reichelt, renowned as the Flying Tailor, faced a harrowing destiny in 1912 during a bold venture from the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Driven by his dual roles as an inventor and dressmaker, Reichelt aspired to craft a wearable parachute capable of safeguarding pilots in dire circumstances. Earlier triumphs with dummy trials fostered his confidence in the feasibility of adapting his creation for human use. Unfortunately, Reichelt's bold attempt happened in front of a crowd of spectators and journalists, all aware that he planned to test the parachute. However, what they didn't know was that Reichelt himself would be the one trying it out. Everyone watched as Reichelt jumped from the tower, but his parachute didn't open properly, and he fell to his death. Even though it ended sadly, his attempt showed how risky it was to invent safety gear back then. Before we move on, share this video, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Number 9. The legacy of the Rosier balloon. In 1783, Jean-François Rosier etched his name in history as the pioneer of untethered manned balloon flight. However, fate dealt a tragic blow in 1785 when he met his demise in the first-ever air crash, alongside his flight companion Pierre Romain, aboard the hybrid creation, the Rosier balloon. Despite the somber shadow cast by this fatal event, the legacy of the Rosier balloon endures. Combining the elements of hot air and helium, this innovative contraption continues to grace the skies even today. Fast forward to 2016, and the spirit of adventure soared once again as Fyodor Konyukov shattered records with a breathtaking feat. Guiding the same type of balloon used by Pilatre de Rosier, Konyukov achieved the fastest circumnavigation of the globe, completing the journey in a mere 11 days. Thus, the tale of the Rosier balloon weaves a narrative that spans centuries, from pioneering endeavors to modern-day triumphs, showcasing the enduring spirit of human exploration and innovation. Number 8. Marie Curie. Marie Curie's groundbreaking contributions to science, including her discovery of radioactive elements, catapulted her to unprecedented recognition, marked by Nobel Prizes in both physics and chemistry. She shattered barriers, becoming the first woman to claim a Nobel Prize, the first person to win twice, and the sole recipient honored in 2 distinct scientific domains. Yet, alongside her remarkable triumphs lay profound consequences. Curie's pioneering exploration of radioactivity, a term she herself coined, ultimately exacted a devastating toll. Tragically, she succumbed to aplastic anemia at the age of 66 in 1934, a condition later linked to prolonged exposure to ionizing radiation, a peril not fully grasped in her time. Despite her steadfast dedication to research, Curie never openly acknowledged the toll radiation exacted on her health. Astonishingly, her daughter, Irene Joliot-Curie, and son-in-law, Frédéric Joliot-Curie, who continued her work with radioactive materials, also fell victim to radiation-induced illnesses. Number 7. Otto Lilienthal. A German pioneer of aviation, Lilienthal is renowned for his groundbreaking work in the field of gliders. His research and experiments laid the foundation for the development of modern aircraft. However, his passion for flight ultimately led to his tragic demise. Throughout the late 19th century, Lilienthal conducted numerous glider experiments, studying the principles of aerodynamics and attempting to achieve controlled, sustained flight. He designed and built several gliders, each one an improvement upon the last. On August 9, 1896, Lilienthal was testing his latest glider design near Rau, Germany. He had made several successful flights earlier that day, but during his final flight, tragedy struck. While gliding at an altitude of approximately 50 feet, 15 meters, Lilienthal's glider suddenly stalled and lost lift. Unable to regain control, Lilienthal and his glider plummeted to the ground. He suffered severe injuries, including a fractured spine, and was rushed to a nearby hospital. Despite receiving medical attention, Lilienthal succumbed to his injuries the following day. Number 6. William Nelson. Born around 1878 or 1879, was a notable American inventor whose work earned him a position at General Electric in Schenectady, New York. On the afternoon of October 3, 1903, Nelson decided to test his latest invention, a motorized bicycle. This new creation represented his continuous effort to push the boundaries of transportation technology. The test ride took place on a hill located directly across from the home of his father-in-law, William H. Sterling. With high hopes and meticulous planning, Nelson embarked on this crucial test to evaluate the performance and potential of his motorized bicycle. As he began the descent, everything seemed to be in order. However, partway through the ride, Nelson lost control of the motorized bicycle. Despite his expertise and quick reflexes, he was unable to regain control, and he suffered a severe fall. The impact was catastrophic, leading to his immediate death at the young age of 24. This devastating accident abruptly ended Nelson's life and career, leaving a profound void in the field of innovation. Number 5. Innovator of the Stanley steamer, Francis Edgar Stanley. Commonly known as F.E. Stanley, was a prominent American entrepreneur best remembered as the co-founder of the Stanley Motor Carriage Company, alongside his twin brother, Freeland Oscar Stanley. This notable enterprise was responsible for creating the innovative Stanley steamer automobiles. Among their achievements, the company's rocket car set a land speed record of 127.6 mph in 1906. Tragically, Francis Edgar Stanley's life came to a sudden end in 1918 in Wenham, Massachusetts, when he swerved into a woodpile to avoid colliding with two farm wagons traveling side by side on the road. Number 4. Luis Jimenez, master of fiberglass. Renowned sculptor Luis Jimenez was celebrated for his expertise in fiberglass, using intricate multi-layered painting techniques akin to airbrushing, often enhanced with glitter elements. His extraordinary contributions to art earned him prestigious accolades, including the New Mexico Governor's Award and the Distinguished Alumni Honor from the University of Texas. On June 13, 2006, tragedy struck in Jimenez's Hondo, New Mexico studio. While working on his monumental piece, Blue Mustang, a 32-foot-tall sculpture destined for Denver International Airport, a large section of the artwork broke loose from its hoist. The falling piece struck Jimenez, inflicting a severe injury that severed an artery in his leg, leading to his untimely death at the age of 65. Number 3. Stockton Rush. Stockton Rush, the CEO of Ocean Gate Expeditions, met a tragic fate while piloting his own submersible, the Titan, on a June 2023 expedition to explore the sunken RMS Titanic wreckage. Operating at a depth of 12,500 feet, the submersible and its crew of 4 went missing, with subsequent investigations revealing that the vessel had collapsed under the immense pressure of the deep sea after being tampered with from the outside. Shockingly, it was later uncovered that the Titanic lacked proper regulatory approval or certification for such expeditions. The 20-foot-long Titan aimed to engage science, history, and Titanic preservation enthusiasts as mission specialists, not for leisurely sea voyages. Number 2. Thomas Andrews, a tragic tale of innovation and sacrifice. Behind Stockton Rush's tragic fate, another maritime innovator, Thomas Andrews, serves as a poignant example of a visionary whose own creation led to his demise. Andrews, the shipbuilder of the RMS Titanic, is remembered as a casualty of his own work. A gifted naval architect, he had a vision that could have averted disaster. Andrews proposed a crucial enhancement for the Titanic's safety by adding an extra row of lifeboats to ensure sufficient emergency accommodations. Unfortunately, his innovative idea was rejected, resulting in the ship sailing with inadequate lifeboats, a decision that had tragic consequences during the crisis. Thomas Andrews's legacy embodies selfless heroism as he guided passengers to safety during the Titanic's sinking. In his final moments, he prioritized others' well-being. Number 1. Karel Soucek. Karel Soucek, a Czech professional stuntman living in Canada, made headlines in 1984 with his daring barrel plunge over Niagara Falls. Residing in Hamilton, Ontario, Soucek meticulously prepared for this risky feat by researching previous attempts, testing currents with unmanned barrels, and dropping his barrel off the Niagara escarpment in Hamilton to assess shock absorption. On July 2, 1984, Soucek entered the Niagara River in his barrel, surviving the plunge over the falls, albeit with injuries. Tragically, during a subsequent stunt at the Houston Astrodome, the barrel was prematurely released, striking the rim of the tank instead of landing safely in the water. This mishap resulted in severe injuries that ultimately led to Soucek's death. Hope you'll take a moment to like and share this video. Many thanks for your kind comments filled with love. Looking forward to seeing you in the next fantastic video.